Hello and welcome back to our class. This is teacher Onin Guzman. Our lesson for today is multiplication and division of integers. Before we move on the different techniques in multiplication of integers, let us recall first this as positive tiles. We will use this one to represent positive integers, and this is for negative integers. We will use this for the technique of sign tiles. Let's proceed to the multiplication of integers. Say for instance, I have 4 times positive 2. It means that I have 4 groups of positive 2. So I have here 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 groups of positive tiles. So if I'll count them all, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So it means 4 times positive 2 is equal to positive 8. Another example, if I have 3 times negative 3, it means I have 3 groups of negative 3. So I have one group, second group, and the third group. So if I'll count them all, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So I have 9 negative tiles. So 3 times negative 3 is equal to negative 9. Let's have another example. What if I have 2 times negative 5? So 2 times negative 5, it means that by commutative property of multiplication, I have 5 times negative 2. So it means that I have 5 groups of negative 2. So again, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I have 5 groups of negative 2, which is actually by counting, this is equal to negative 10. Okay, so what if we have negative 3 times negative 2? So again, if we will say this one, this is opposite of 3 groups of negative 2. So by representation, I have 3 groups of negative 2. However, if we say opposite of, so it means instead of negative tiles, I have now positive tiles. So again, negative 3 times negative 2, it means opposite of 3 groups of negative 2. So therefore, negative 3 times negative 2 is equal to positive 6. The first few examples are actually the technique using sign tiles. This time, we will multiply integers using number lines. Recall that if we have positive, it means we will move to the right. If we have negative, we will move to the left. Say for instance, I have 3 times negative 2. So I'll start with 0, and I have 3 groups of negative 2. So I'll skip count by 2. This time to the left because I have negative. So I have 1, 2, and 3. So I end up with negative 6. So therefore, if we say 3 times negative 2, it means this is equal to negative 6. Let's have another example. Say for instance, I had 2 times 3. So it means I'll start with 0 and skip count by 3 2 times. So I have 3 and 6. So I end up with 6. So 2 times 3 is equal to 6. Now that you have an idea on multiplication of integers using sign tiles as well as the number line, this time we will move on to the rule of multiplication of integers. So the first rule is the product of two the same sign numbers is positive. Say for instance, I have positive 5 times positive 9. So both are positive, so the product is equal to positive number, which is 45. Another example, positive 16 times positive 3 is equal to positive 48. Next, if I have negative 7 times negative 9, so we have two negative factors, So it means that the product is actually a positive number. So 7 times 9 is 63. Sometimes we may omit, okay, positive symbol. We can rewrite this one as 63. Next, negative 10 times negative 6 will give us positive 60. Let's move on to the second rule of multiplication of integers. So, the rule is the product of two unlike signed numbers is negative. So let's have example. 6 or negative 6 times positive 4 will give us negative 24. Another example. If I have 10 times negative 3, so one pair of positive and negative, so this will give us negative. So positive 10 times negative 3 is equal to negative 30. Another example. What if I have negative 8 times positive 4 times positive 5? So I'll multiply first negative 8 and positive 4. So we will have negative 32 times positive 5 because negative times positive will give us negative. Next, negative times positive will give us negative. So 32 times 5 will give us 160. So therefore, the product of negative 8 times 4 times 5 will give us negative 160. The rules in division of integers is almost the same as multiplication of integers. So let's have the first rule in division of integers. So the quotient of two the same sign numbers is positive. So let's have example. I have positive 20 divided by positive 5. So I have two positive, okay? And if we will divide them, so the quotient is positive. So we have positive 4. So 20 divided by positive 5 is equal to 4. Next, 18 divided by 3. Again, this is a positive divided by another positive. So the quotient is positive. So the answer is 6. Let's have another example. So negative 21 divided by negative 3. Since we have two negative, okay, signs, okay, the same signs, so I have, okay, the quotient of two the same negative numbers is positive. So again, negative 21 divided by negative 3 is equal to positive 7. Next, negative 81 divided by negative 9. Since I have two negative, okay, signs here, so the quotient is positive. Again, negative 81 divided by negative 9 is positive 9. Okay, let's move on to the next rule in division of integers. So we have here the quotient of two unlike sign numbers is negative. Example, I have negative 25 divided by 5, so the quotient is negative 5. Another example, positive 27 divided by negative 3, so the answer is negative 9. Next, 56 divided by negative 4, so the answer is negative 14. And finally, negative 90 divided by positive 10. So the answer is negative 9. Okay, if we have combined operations between multiplication and division of integers, again, we will perform the operations from left to right. Example, negative 15 times positive 5 divided by 3. So again, we will perform the operations from left to right. So it means, so we have negative 75 divided by 3. So the answer is equal to negative 25. Okay, next example. Negative 42 divided by negative 7 times 3. Since the division comes first, okay, so we will divide first. So we have positive 6 times 3. So we have 18. Another example. 64 divided by positive 8 times negative 4. Again, since division comes first before the multiplication, so we will divide first. 64 divided by 8 will give us 8 times negative 4. So this will give us negative 32. Alright, to summarize our discussion on multiplication and division of integers, again, if we have like signs, meaning to say positive times positive is equal to positive, while negative times negative will give us positive. Next, if we have positive divided by positive, this is equal to positive. So negative divided by negative is equal to still positive. However, if we have unlike signs, meaning to say the product of two unlike signs is equal to negative, while the quotient of two unlike signs is equal to negative also. Again, this is Teacher Onin Guzman, so don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon to receive notifications about my new videos.